Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go over my top 10 physical media releases of 2025. Damn, what a good year it was. So much great physical media. I was sitting there just going through all of it, and I'm like, Jesus, I don't even think I've pulled out everything, but I just got to stop. Otherwise, I'll be here all damn day. I'm surrounded by physical media. I'm kind of going to do this off the cuff. I pulled out a lot of my favorite stuff, but we're just going to go 10 to number one. I already know what my number one is. But let's go ahead and start off with numero 10. And please, in the comments down below, leave me some of your top 10, top 5, whatever your favorite physical media releases of the year, or of 2025, I should say, because it's just fun. It's fun seeing what everybody loves. Whether it doesn't have to be anything limited or exclusive or a steelbook or a box set. It could be anything. It could just be a regular studio title. It don't matter. But man, what am I going to start off with here for number 10? This is so tough. So tough. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of do this off the cuff a little bit. I have an idea, but I think we'll go ahead and start with a little Billy Madison action. I love this movie, man. This comedy is so good. One of my favorites. Like endlessly rewatchable, and Kino Lorber just is killing it with their comedy releases, especially because no other companies are really releasing comedy films. They're kind of considered taboo in 2025. They're too offensive, too raunchy. People are a bunch of pussies nowadays, so you can't have good comedies anymore. It is just what it is. I mean, that's not even up for debate. That's just a fact. I mean, you might get like Good Fortune was a decent, I thought it was funny, but it still wasn't raunchy. It wasn't like laughing out loud. I thought it was a really solid comedy. I enjoyed it, but that movie also had a lot of heart and a lot of other stuff going for it as well. I just miss a good old raunchy comedy. What's wrong with that? Can we just not have that? But luckily, Billy Madison, this isn't a raunchy comedy either. It's PG-13, but it's just really funny, and it does have some jokes that definitely wouldn't play today. And it's one of Adam Sandler's best, if not his best. I mean, I think most of us would say it probably is this or Happy Gilmore. I also love Mr. Deeds. But yeah, Billy Madison. And just to show off what a great year Kino Lorber has had. I'm a big thriller guy, especially 90s thrillers. We got The Bone Collector, Denzel Washington, Angelina Jolie. Look at Angelina Jolie. God damn. This is when she was just killing it back in this time. And, she was just a bombshell. I mean, she's a very beautiful woman, but she's a great actress, too. And, I think both Denzel and her kill it in this film. It's so fun. Definitely one of those movies that came out, kind of after Seven and, all that. When Silence of the Lambs and Seven and all those came out in the 90s, it's just, those 90s thrillers were just taking over. But this is definitely a really good one. We've also got, talking about raunchy comedies, here's a perfect example. We got Road Trip. You could not make this movie today. Not a chance in hell. I mean, Jesus, I'm surprised you could even do the damn slipcover today, But, yeah, such a funny movie. Love it. This is one of my favorites. This is, probably top 5 comedies for me. I've rewatched Road Trip so many times. I love this cast. Yeah, you can't go wrong. And then speaking of Happy Gilmore, we got a little Happy Gilmore action. What are you too good for your home? Answer me! Suck my white ass ball. Shooter. We also got Coneheads. Love this movie. This is one that my dad and I watched all the time as a kid, so I've definitely got a lot of nostalgia baked into it. It was also an SNL skit originally. I don't know, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but it's really just the movie that I love, especially because it's got Chris Farley in it too as a supporting character. But yeah, Dan Aykroyd, man, come on. You gotta check it out. And we got Wayne's World 2. Party time, excellent. Yeah, man. Can't go wrong with Wayne's World 2. I enjoy watching this one probably just about as much as I enjoy watching the first film. I mean, they're both excellent. Great comedies, great comedy duo. And then we've got a Daylight, which, yes, I left this in the shrink wrap because it's one of those movies that was not supposed to be released, but they released it, then they retracted it, because apparently, I don't know, maybe they didn't have like the license, the rights to release it just then or something. So they pulled it from the shelves, it got recalled, but I managed to get my hands on one before it was pulled. And I'm just keeping it in the wrap for now because I have the Blu-ray. So I'm like, we'll just see how the price is looking on that one. I want to be one of those guys, but we'll see. We'll see about that one. All right, so that was just number 10. But I wanted to show all those other great. Kino Lorber is just killing the game, man. They're just shredding it, shredding the competition. We'll go with number 9. We'll say The Gray from Scream Factory. Now, a lot of people bitch about Scream Factory, about, they never put out anything new. They just put out a bunch of re-releases, blah, 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 blah. And, it is true. They do put out a lot of re-releases, but guys, goddamn, Scream Factory has put out pretty much everything. There's really not much left for them to do. They've put out so many releases over the years that I don't even know what's left that they can get their hands on, as far as like a license goes to do. They did Hush. That was a great release. But I don't know, man. It's kind of tough. I don't know what else they could get. But, The Gray is an excellent film. We got Liam Neeson and a bunch of guys. They end up stranded in, like, the Alaskan wilderness trying to survive from these wolves that are hunting them down one by one. It's one of those stories that's very serious, though, very atmospheric, moody, a lot of tension. The guys talking to each other, finding out a little bit more about Liam Neeson as it goes along and kind of his backstory. And then you have this beautiful back artwork here. And I love the quote from the movie. Once more into the fray, into the last good fight I'll ever know. Live and die on this day, live and die on this day. It's haunting, especially when Liam Neeson reads it. But yeah, I love The Gray. This is a fantastic film. I highly recommend you check it out. It's first time on 4K through Scream Factory with a beautiful limited edition steelbook. So, check it out, man. I highly recommend it. That's my number 9. Where are we going from there? Where are we going? How about a little Arrow Video? Number 8. How about a little Texas Chainsaw Massacre, brought to you by Hollywood Box Sets. Dun 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 dun. Ooh ah. Since Arrow Video fucked up the artwork hardcore on these, which is a surprise because usually they do a great job. But goddamn, guys, come on, what is this shit? Jesus Christ, what do you gotta be a fucking blind man to see this shit? For real, it's like, it's so ridiculous. This is just like what a blind man would picture as, it's just like so dark, you just can't see anything. It's like, hey, ask a blind guy, what would it look like if you did a TCM release? Well, how about just shrouded in darkness, because that's my life. I can't see shit. There's nothing on there but darkness. What the fuck? But they're great releases, loaded with special features, new special features, and like I said, since the artwork sucks ass, I went ahead and got Hollywood hard boxes to customize this big beautiful box set right here. He has this on his Etsy site. If you go to Hollywood Hard Boxes on Etsy, you can check it out. His YouTube channel is Last Movie Standing. But beautiful set. That's going to be my number 8. All right. Number 7. Man, oh man. Number 7. Where do we go? How about number 7, a little Lionsgate limited action. We go with Frailty. Look at that beauty. Dear God. So lovely. Nice hard box once again. Lionsgate Limited just killing the game. And they like to switch it up. Sometimes they do hard boxes. Sometimes they do steel books. Sometimes they do those garbage digipacks like they did for Knock Knock. You know, but this one they knocked out of the park. Thank God. And then you have this, which, you know, obviously is like the digipack type thing, but it's in a hard box. You know what I mean? So the thing that they did for Knock Knock was just, I felt like it was going to disintegrate in your hands or something, man. It's so tiny and slim and whatever, but for LT, they did it up. This looks great. Awesome movie. Very slept on film. Basically, Bill Paxton, who directed this and stars in it, he, you know, believes that he sees like devils in people, you know, demons. And him and his two sons go around and they slay these demons, you know, that they that he sees. So, you know, it's kind of like a mystery, thriller, horror type film. And I promise you, it pays off in the end big time. I mean, the whole movie is great, but, you know, once you get to that ending, you're like, holy shit. You know, kind of a mind blown kind of situation there. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful set. Well done, Lionsgate Limited. Well done. All right, that was number 7, I said, right? Yes, that was number 7. Okay, going on to number 6. Oh, you know what? Before I move on, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me just show off some of these other beautiful Lionsgate Limited editions here. We got Jacob's Ladder. Gorgeous. Lionsgate Limited killing it. Love this movie. Great film. And this has been done before. Imprint's done it, and I believe there was another one. You know, it's been done a few times by different companies, but I love the artwork on this Lionsgate Limited release. It's so nice, you know. You got audio commentaries and Building Jacob's Ladder, a making of featurette, interviews, all sorts of great stuff. Yeah. Then we have a little high tension. Nice lenticular effect there. Beautiful steelbook. Oh yeah. Just had to show that one off too. Lionsgate Limited, man, they're so good. Jesus. And we've got The Crazies, another one of my favorites. This one was tempting to make my favorite, but I figure because, you know, Frailty is such a slept-on movie, I was like, God, that's got to be it, man. It's got to be number 7 for me. And then we've got The Crazies. The Crazies is a pretty slept-on movie, too. This is an excellent remake to George A. Romero's original film. A lot of people would even say better than the original. So, I don't know, man. I've always loved this one. I actually haven't seen George A. Romero's The Crazies, the original. I want to. I've heard kind of mixed things about it, but I've always really dug this remake. I think it's fantastic. So check that one out if you get the chance. All right, number 6. Where are we going? Number 6. You know what? Number 6. We're going to go with, how about a little dirty work action? Now, yes, this is not the best artwork in the world, but just the fact that we got dirty work on 4K, beautiful, let's say slipcover, you know, but loaded with special features like Vinegar Syndrome does. Beautiful release. Then you got the original artwork there, of course. Another film featuring Chris Farley in the supporting role as well. Oh, and Billy Madison. So there's obviously a running theme here with me and Chris Farley movies. But yeah, love dirty work. So funny. These guys just get hired to go around and kind of like, mess with people, basically, like prank them, get them to like either move out of their apartment or just kind of teach them a lesson. Basically, that's what they get paid to do, is kind of just teach people a lesson, by pulling very elaborate pranks on them and stuff like that. But it's a great comedy. It's really short too. This also does have like an extended cut with it as well. I haven't watched it yet because I'm a big fan of the original, so I'll probably just stick with that. But I know there is like another cut to this as well, so I don't know. Check it out. Dirty Work, Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome. All right, so that was number 6, right? Okay, I should probably just start putting these like so I can actually remember. All right, then we got those 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll just put these over here so I can remember. Okay, so that's 5. So we're down. Okay, oh yes, top 5. Top 5. Where are we gonna go next? It's so exciting. All right, I think next we're gonna go with a little American Pie 2. This is my favorite one. This one and number 3 are my 2 favorites. It's kind of funny because the first one, I love all 4 of the main movies, but the second one and the third one especially, and then I guess number 1 and number 4 would kind of be tied around there. I don't know, but number 2, man, I remember my mom and I actually went to go see this movie together in the theater. And I think I was in like high school around this time, something like that, or maybe just graduated out, maybe I was out of high school, but I think I was still in high school. And I remember, we went to the theater and we were both in tears laughing so hard at this film because especially like that scene at the end where like Shitbreak was out there banging Stifler's mom, and they're like driving off in her car, and all the friends are acting like they didn't see what happened or they didn't know, and they're like, oh, it's just somebody looking for directions, blah blah blah, and they were giving them directions to the lake, but they're going the opposite direction of the lake, and Stifler's like, what a bunch of fucking dumbasses, the lake's right over there, and it's like, I don't know, like that's just one part that stands out in my mind, but there's so many. Obviously, when they're with the lesbian chicks or the bisexual chicks and they're kissing, and then those ladies tell Stifler and Shipbreak that they got a kiss, and then Jim and Stifler, they have to kiss. Like, they wanted the guys to kiss too, and it was just so funny, man. I mean, God, and then the people are listening in on the walkie-talkies and all that stuff. It's just so good. Another like raunchy comedy you couldn't do today, especially the first one. Jesus God. Which also, I'll go ahead and show that one too. The first American Pie, because I love them both. I wish that they would release the other 2 on 4K, but they re-released them on Blu-ray. Not 4K, the third and fourth one. So I don't know. Right now, I got the first 2, and hopefully, eventually, they'll get around to doing the 3 and 4. But man, I love these movies. This franchise is just so good. At least the first 4 movies. I haven't really seen any of the like Bandcamp movies or any of those. If you guys recommend any of them to me, let me know. They just kind of looked, I don't know, just bad, from the trailers, but hey, maybe some of them are actually pretty good. You'll have to let me know. Well, that's number 5. So God, we only got 4 more to go. Oh man. All right, number 4. Number 4, we'll go with a little Constantine action, brought to you from the fine folks at Warner Brothers, soon to be Netflix or Paramount. But yeah, we got this beautiful Constantine box set. I love it. Love this movie. This is one of my favorite superhero films. It's rated R. It's bloody, gory, filled with mysticism and religious stuff and just magic, and Keanu Reeves is a complete dick, and I love it, and he's smoking cigarettes, and it's just so good. This wouldn't be made today because Disney's not going to do that kind of shit, and I don't even know if Warner Brothers would do it again now. I just don't even know, man. Because you can't even have Um, you can't even have, I know this is a DC property. I'm just saying, like, Disney would never have a character like smoking, like a main character or anything. Even DC, nowadays, I don't think they would feature their lead character smoking either. But it's such an important thing for the character because minor spoilers, but the character has lung cancer. Constantine has lung cancer. So basically, the reason he sends these demons to hell and everything is he's basically fighting for his own soul because he knows that he's going to go to hell. And he figures if he kills enough demons, sends enough of these devil worshipping bastards back to hell, he might be able to get himself into heaven, and there's a ticking clock, and that's his lung cancer. And that's why the smoking is so important to his character. But, a lot of people, they just, oh my God, a lead superhero is smoking. All of our kids are going to be smoking. I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, that's just part of the story. If anything, it's an anti-smoking story. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But yeah, and then it comes with this beautiful steelbook that's debossed all over the place. All over the place. Look at that. God. We need more debossing and embossing on steelbooks because it is just out of control how awesome this looks. So badass. Let's open it up. And you can even see, I don't know if you can see it on your end, but you can see like the debossing on this side where it was like the metal was pushed in. So cool. Oh, what a great film. Great film. Awesome box set. And they also send you like art cards and little goodies in here as well. So cool, man. I was ecstatic to get this because I'm such a big Constantine fan. So I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like more of this, Warner Brothers, more of this. But I also got to show off another Warner Brothers title that came out in 2025, which is awesome. And that's a little Lethal Weapon, baby. Riggs and Murtaugh. Get too old for this shit, Riggs. Look at that. Beautiful set. Nice little slip there. The gun, the smiley face. Iconic. And then you have a little bit of spot gloss on the eyes, so it looks like they're following you. They're lit up. They're watching you. And then, of course, you've got your steelbook, which is also like, there are holes actually punched into the steelbook, which is awesome. That feel like bullet holes. So cool. And so you can actually see it. You can see it right here. There are little holes where it was like punched in the metal. It's like a little smiley face. So great. Oh, I love this movie. One of my favorite action films of all time. And of course, they also give you a bunch of goodies as well, packaged away. High gloss. Gotta love it. Very nice. Oh, man. Yeah, Warner Brothers, man, they do a great job. Excellent work. Okay, so that was number 3, I believe. Yeah, I think that was number 3 going to number 2. Or no, that was number 4 going to number 3. That was number 4 going to number 3, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah. Yep. This is what I get for doing this on the fly, baby, if you will. Yeah, so we're going on to number 3. Number 3 is going to be Congo. And you can hate me all day. But it's Congo, baby. I love Congo. Loved it since I was a kid. I saw it in the theater. It's a badass movie about these killer gorillas, and It's just awesome. It's really an adventure story more than anything. I mean, like the killer gorilla stuff doesn't even really come into play until the third act. You know, you get a little bit of it at the beginning, and then it's, mostly in the third act there. So it's just an adventure film for the most part. And I don't know, I love it. The cast is great. Um, and you got Tim Curry in here, and Tim Curry's just chewing up the scenery. It almost feels like, because he's just taking it so seriously, like he always does, and I love that. Um, but yeah, it's a blast. Just a lot of fun. And Vinegar Syndrome nailed this release. They really did. They really, really did. Let's see. Do. So we got the inside artwork there of the hard box. Oh yeah. All right, and then we have the slipcover. Please stop eating my sesame cake. There he is, Tim Curry himself. And we have the original artwork, which I also think is badass. Yep, tons of special features. And let's see. It is funny because the I watched this, and the 4K restoration is a little like it's good. It's really good in certain places, but also bad in certain places. There are these like weird lines that come on the screen, and I looked it up afterwards, and I think it was just something that just the elements that they had. I guess that was the best they could do for what they had. But it's just these weird little lines. They're not like super noticeable, but they are there. And it's just during a portion of the film. It's like when they jump out of the plane and they're parachuting down. It's like that scene, and then like a little bit after that, but then they kind of go away after a few minutes. But yeah, I think I was reading up that there was just nothing they could do about it. Those were the elements that they had, and it just is what it is. There's the back. I love that artwork too. So, even though I love this release, it might not be the best 4K in the world, so you're probably okay with the Blu-ray. But still, I wanted to support the movie, and I just thought it was so cool that they were actually putting something like this out. Because who else is going to do it? Because I know a lot of people don't love this movie. But yeah, did I show off that booklet? Did I show this off? Here's the book. Very nice. Very cool, very cool. Yep. And there we go. And Ernie Hudson is also in this movie, and he's like probably my favorite character. I think he's just such a badass. Like every scene he's in, he's just killing it, man. He's like their like military tour guide through the Congo, just trying to get them to where they're going safely. And he loses a lot of men along the way, and but he's just, I don't know, man. He's just, Ernie Hudson is so funny and charismatic, and he's just great. And I wish that they should have utilized him more in those Ghostbuster films. I'll tell you, man, because he's such a talent. He really is. And then just to show off one more from Vinegar Syndrome, and then I'll roll into the top two here. We got The Dark Half, another banger film that hasn't really been given a ton of love up until right now. Look at that, man. Basically just about this this is another George A. Romero film, by the way, but it's just about this writer whose character has seemingly come to life, and he's going around killing people, and it's just kind of a trippy movie in a way. It's really just a strange film. But I really dig it. I really dig it a lot. And I don't know. You got to watch it because I don't want to spoil anything, but it does have, you know, like a slasher element to it, but it's very well acted, beautifully shot. I like a lot of the visuals. Some people might say some of them are dated, but I think they look great, man. Because I really dig practical effects and stuff. And there's some cool practical work being done here, big time, and makeup work, and even the lighting. I love the lighting in this film a lot too. So, yeah, check it out. The Dark Half from Vinegar Syndrome. Because prior to this, there was a Scream Factory release, but it's like one of those Blu-rays that's out of print and it's really expensive, so you might as well just get yourself this one. All right, top two. Oh, you know, before we get to the top two, let me just, because I wasn't sure if any more of the Arrow videos were going to be in my top 10. But let me just go ahead and show off some of these really quick before we get to my top two. We got Creepshow 2 from Arrow Video. Got to show that some love. I'm glad that they re-released this so I could get my hands on it. So much fun. It's actually my favorite Creepshow movie. I just think Creepshow 2 is, I love those stories. They're so good. And there's only 3 of them. There's 3 stories and then the wraparound, whereas Creepshow, the original, has 5 stories in the wraparound. But I just am like fully engaged in all 3 of these stories. Thanks for the ride, lady. And then we've got The Mask. I actually got this for my girlfriend for Christmas and decided, hey, might as well show it off. Beautiful release. She watched the 4K and thought it was fantastic looking because we had both just watched the Blu-ray not that long ago, like earlier this year or earlier last year, I should say. And then Allie, you know, I gave this to her and she had a day off. She's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna watch the 4K. That way she could kind of compare the two. And she said that, you know, the 4K basically smokes the Blu-ray, so definitely worth picking up. All right, now we've got My Head is Like a Shark's Fin, a little deep blue sea action. My second favorite shark film. So good. Yeah, if you like shark movies and all that stuff, check this film out, guys. It won't disappoint you, I promise. Is there some dated CGI? Yes. But I would say for the most part, there's also some good practical shark effects. Like, I don't know, like some mechanical ones or some good, like some mechanical stuff. And just some really cool, like I said, kills and, you know, practical blood and like just awesome. Like there's a scene where a character's underwater and he's just being pushed by one of these sharks like up into the glass. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's that scene always like freaks me out. Even I remember the first time I saw that and I was horrified. Like I couldn't even imagine that. But yeah, it's such a great film, you know. Like great, you know, I mean, like in terms of being like a fun killer shark movie, it's no Jaws or anything like that, but it's like it does take itself pretty seriously, you know what I mean? But it does have some dated things to it as well, and it's a little playful because you got LL Cool J, you got Samuel L. Jackson, you know, and they're having a ball. But I love their characters, especially LL Cool J, man. He's awesome in every horror film. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. All right, and then we have a little Dark City action, which a lot of people were saying that this is their favorite 4K of the year. This is the Blu-ray that I have. I went ahead and just got the Blu-ray version, but it's got the nice hard box. And I love that artwork. So happy to see Arrow Video show Dark City a little bit of love. It's a great film. Another movie that has just trippy visuals, a lot of cool practical effects, and the way they were able to just kind of like spin and warp the city and do all these things. And it's the same director as The Crow, you know, the guy that did The Crow, the original Crow. And, you know, it's very gothic feeling. and just kind of, it's a great like mystery thriller sci-fi kind of movie. But all the characters, the wardrobes that they're wearing and everything, I mean, it's just like The Crow. It's very gothic. But yeah, awesome movie. Check out Dark City when you get the chance. Definitely a slept on film for sure. Not enough people talk about that one. All right, and the big dog here. Let's see. Yes, the big dog. Yeah. We've got, for number two, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep. It's gotta be number two right here. Just a childhood staple. And this thing is fully loaded. All three films on 4K. There's the box. Beautiful. It was hard because there's a lot of Arrow Video killed it in 2025, but it's got to be the Turtles, man. It just has to be. I don't know. I mean, like Dark City's really close for me, and Deep Blue Sea is like I said, so much fun. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is iconic, and Allie got this for me for Christmas. Allie and my mom actually kind of like teamed up on this one, or no. Well, no, I'm sorry. They didn't. No, this wasn't a Christmas gift. See, now I'm getting everything mixed up. No, this was actually, no. Allie did get this for me. She went to Barnes & Noble to grab it during the 50% off sale. It wasn't a Christmas gift. I'm getting my Christmas gifts and other stuff confused. But let's call it a late Christmas gift. I don't know. But anyway, she went to Barnes & Noble and picked this up for me. It was 50% off, so that was great. Awesome deal. We've got, let's see. But Allie and my mom did kill it with like the Christmas gifts and stuff. They did get me like my mom got me that Creep Show 2, which was awesome. And yeah, I mean there were so many cool gifts. Oh yeah, Allie got me gotta throw the credit where the credit is due here. Allie got me this high tension Lionsgate Limited here. And she got me I don't know, to drop all this stuff all over the place. And she got me this beautiful Jacob's Ladder steelbook, as well as some other really cool things. But yeah, I have to show those off. Gotta give credit where credit is due there. And then, like I said, my mom got me this awesome Creep Show 2 set. It's so beautiful. I love this movie. It's my favorite Creep Show, like I said. And yeah, so very, very nice. Very nice here. All right. That's done. Oh, and good Lord. And my mom got me this American Pie 2 as well, which, like I said, we saw that together. So of course that was, perfect. I'm glad she was able to get that for me. And then Allie got me this, the gray steelbook here, which is awesome. Had to have that. And she also got me the Black Christmas steelbook too, which is, I meant to bring that down, but that's another beautiful steelbook that Scream Factory put out. Now it already had a 4K and all that stuff, but it's a great addition too. Awesome artwork by Mr. Devin Whitehead, of course. All right, now back to the Turtles, my number 2 pick. Had to go on a little side tangent there. Little side adventure, but you got the hard box. Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, and I used to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the animated series, when I was a kid, that classic 90s cartoon. I loved it. You got a little pizza menu here. Roy's Greenwich Village. Dine-in, delivery, all that stuff. Like a little menu. So cute. Gotta love it. So we got that. Oh, we've got several. We've got 3 posters featuring the original artwork and then like some newly commissioned artwork, which is great. And then we have the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I just went ahead and left it like this because it's the new artwork. Since the original poster art is featured like on the slipcase, so I just went ahead and left it like that. And then, but for the 2 and 3, I went ahead and switched it over because I love this artwork so much. And I can't wait to hang up that little poster of this artwork. Gotta get a little frame. And then same thing with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. So cool, man. Love that artwork. And as people have pointed out, you know, Garrett from Born to Be Red, he's mentioned this a million times, but it's just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. It's not called Turtles in Time. Like, that subtitle's gone now. Apparently there was they added that at some point just to you know, distinguish it, because like this is, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. So they were like, oh, we got to give this something else. But it's like, no, just, if you called it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, just leave it at that. You know, it doesn't need like another name. Or like a subtitle or whatever. It's good just as is. So I'm glad they left it, you know, like originally intended when it was in the theater. So awesome. And like I said, all this stuff is loaded with special features. Yeah, fantastic. Great release. They killed it. Arrow Video just did such an... It was so hard even just to pick one. Because like as I was showing off all those other ones, I'm like, good Lord, man. But this set, it has been a long time coming. I think all of us Turtle fans have been waiting for this release for a long, long time. All right. And number 1 is going to have to be the Nightmare on Elm Street box set. Steelbook box set. It has to be, man. This is another one that's just been a long time coming on 4K. We have the Friday the 13th box set, and like, you know, several of those movies are already on 4K, but it has a beautiful box set from Scream Factory. And then of course we've got the Halloween box set from Scream Factory as well. And then also they all have, or most of them have 4Ks besides like the Rob Zombie ones, or, you know, but we needed a Nightmare set. We needed a Nightmare on Elm Street set. And to finally have this and to have them all on 4K here, all, you know, and to have the 5th film uncut, which is something that we've all been wanting for a long time too. It's just, this is amazing. And it's so beautiful. And like I said, you got the embossing and debossing here, you know, his burnt up sweater. So cool. And then you've got that embossing on the top there. You know, A Nightmare on Elm Street 7 film collection. This does not have the remake. It does not have Freddy vs. Jason. It's just got like those original 7 movies. And I'm fine with that. I mean, I would like to get the remake and get Freddy vs. Jason on 4K as well, but I have a feeling those are going to be coming probably from Arrow Video at some point. You know, also Vinegar Syndrome just made a big deal with Warner Brothers, so who knows? Could be from them too. But yeah, love this set. It's fantastic. And if I'm gonna sneak in another one, because I didn't want to leave this one out, but if we were gonna have like a huge, big, honorable mention, you know, or something, or tied for number 1 or whatever you want to call it, then definitely the Vault Collection number 9, The Shining. And this is just a huge, next to my big ass head, you know, box set. I've got 5,215 of 6,000 just snuck in there. And I love The Shining. I had to have some kind of awesome edition for it to represent. So cool. And I'll show you really quick, because I know this video is going long. You guys, you're like, God dang, man, you got on side tangents and showed a million things. Hey, if you've hung out with me for this long, I appreciate it. But, I don't get to make videos as often as I'd like, so it's like, whatever. Just hang out, talk the shit. There's no editing here, no fancy anything like that, just what I got, just surrounded by a bunch of movies. But here's the steel book. Very simple. Very minimalistic. Red rum, red rum, red rum. And you got the maze, and you got some cool artwork there. And my cat Ezra is eating his food right now, so you might hear him eating in the background. Oh, man. But yeah, love The Shining. Like I said, I had to squeeze that one in there somewhere. There are just so many great releases. I mean, it's hard to narrow it down to even 10, to be honest. 2025 was a killer year for physical media. I mean, it really, really was. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Please let me know down below what you guys think, what you guys have for... what you guys got in for 2025. You got anything cool? I know a lot of you are all making videos and stuff yourselves, so I'll be sure to check them out. But I just thought I'd pop on, make one. Sorry it went so long. Sorry, not sorry, but like I said, it's been a while since I've done the YouTube thing. I will be on Corey's channel, me, Corey, Corey of Wilkie's Movies and Music. I'll be on his channel with Ashley and Sin. We're going to talk about our favorite dramas. We're going to do that January 18th. Is that what we decided? Yes. Yes. January 18th, I believe, is what we decided. I'll get back to you. I'll post it on it, but I'm pretty sure that's what we said. Yeah, that we're gonna do that stream, and it's gonna be at 9 p.m. Eastern time, January 18th, I believe. I'll post it on my channel soon enough. But yeah, we're gonna talk about our favorite dramas, and then January 20th, so I guess just a couple days later. Ooh, I planned that out. Funny. But January 20th, my girl and I, Ellie and I, we're gonna be on Bob's Blu-rays, talking about the perks of being a wallflower and anxiety, and how anxiety has affected our lives. And yep, that's gonna be over on Bob's Blu-rays channel, 9 p.m. Eastern, January 20th, which is a Tuesday. And I can't wait for that. So it'll be fun. It'll be a really good time. Can't wait to do all this stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Happy New Year to everybody, too. Thank you so much. All right, later, guys. Peace out.